I'm Kirsten, and that's Jeannie with Six Figure Business Coaching. We love to hear your thoughts, which is basically, marketing virtual assistant can really change your life. When we think about hiring, we think about in the context of our business. And so we're really excited to kind of share some things with you guys about that and how it's impacted our lives and how it's helped our clients in their lives. So when you think about your business, most people start their business because they're passionate about what you do. You love what you do and you want to help other people. And that's amazing. The problem is we end up wearing all the hats and doing all the things. And that can very quickly lead into really long days, working the weekends, taking time away from your friends and family. And it ultimately can cost you your health. So that's one of the things we want to make sure of is that you realize you don't have to build your business that way. It doesn't have to be the hustle 24/7 to build a successful business and a successful life, right? Because it's not just about business. Even though we all love what we do, we could talk about it 24/7. We do want to have a well-balanced and healthy life. So just using little things that can make our lives easier as far as technology really helps out and allows us to not work as much. So when you and I were talking about this topic today, Jeannie started her marketing agency in 2007. And because LinkedIn and Facebook really just came on the stage, so to speak, for small businesses and blogging and email marketing became more popular, your business really blew up quickly, which is when we started hiring overseas. And I know you talk about like the first time that you got up and all this work had been done.
Oh, it was so amazing. It was so wonderful. I got up, I looked at the board, and all of these social media elements were done for me. And it was just such an elated feeling. I can't even tell you. It was like this huge burden had been lifted off my shoulders because all of this work that would have taken me hours and hours was already completed. I no longer had to spend my time and effort and energy worrying about things that hadn't been done or worrying about feeling behind and all of that done. And so it's a very free feeling.
And so what we're trying to express to you guys is that a lot of marketing agencies are using overseas teams. So when you think about it, people are paying big bucks to agencies and that work is often being outsourced. So if you have this fear about doing your marketing and outsourcing it, you have to realize that a lot of large agencies are outsourcing overseas. So there's a very good chance if you've hired a company to do your website or do different marketing pieces for you, it's probably not being done by the person that you talk to. It's most likely being done by someone on their team. And so realizing that you're worthy of having a team and that if you have a marketing virtual assistant, nothing is going to get posted or scheduled without you approving it. So it's always going to be, you're the last person that says yes or no to something. And what happens is what we see over time is clients get better at communicating what they're thinking to their marketing virtual assistant. And they also get to see that their marketing virtual assistant often comes back with things that are even better than they imagined, just like we talked about with you in the early days of realizing that these people are incredibly creative and talented.
And sometimes they're coming at it fresh, whereas you've come at it after 4 meetings, other things issues that come up that you had to get involved in that they couldn't handle. And then, so again, for me, it comes back to that creative energy. And if I don't have it, then I get stuck. And even though some of the softwares like Canva has got some great templates and things to use, you still want to be sure that it's got your branding and that it feels like it's part of your business. And you set up some great structure and some great communication, and that's not a problem.
The reason why we often recommend to our clients that their first hire is a marketing virtual assistant is because Jeannie owns a marketing agency. So over the past decade, she's been able to put together amazing systems and processes for managing all of these workflows that we give to our clients. And that makes it really easy to make sure the client work is getting done by the virtual assistant and it's not taking a lot of time away from our client to manage those workflows and to get things done. So when you think about outsourcing to a marketing virtual assistant, obviously marketing is really important for your business. So the more time you're spending creating original content and have a really good marketing strategy, the better your chances are of obviously getting business in the door. It also frees you up to go do things that maybe are going to bring in clients a little faster. For example, if you're not spending hours editing your videos or putting together social media posts or setting up your emails, that gives you time to maybe hop into a Facebook group and have a conversation and get someone on call and sell them your product or service. So there's lots of things that we can do that generates money while the back end stuff is being done by a virtual assistant. And that's really how I feel like it helps you make more money. So it helps you by having that awesome branding, showcasing you as an authority, getting all of the content out there so people are seeing you. And then it frees up your time to really figure out how to close some sales right now. And then when you think about it, the other thing is time. It's always time and money. Having that time freedom. So again, you might want to go hustle for another sale, or you may actually think, okay, I'm going to take a half day off and take my kids to the park. And I think it's that freedom. And that's why I think most people started their business, is because they wanted freedom. They wanted to have unlimited income potential, and they wanted to have total time freedom. But it doesn't take long before they end up being overworked, super tired, and feeling kind of that hamster on a wheel, going and going. And our goal is to help you stop and realize that you deserve support. And that when you get that support in your business, not only are you making more money, but you have a lot more free time to spend with your friends and family and do the things you want to do. And like Jeannie said, it also really frees you up to have more creative energy. So whether you're thinking about creating a course or a membership site or anything that you want to put out there, takes creative energy.
It's just giving yourself some space and some time to kind of mull over what the issue was. And then maybe you come up with a completely different and better solution for it. That's why it's so important to have that downtime or fun time. It's good, obviously, for yourself if you're by yourself or with your spouse or your family, but overall, in general, it's going to make you more effective when you are working.
Taking the time off, like taking time to sharpen the saw, you're going to be more productive. You're going to, again, be more creative. You're going to get things done a lot faster because you're focused. So all the good things that come from taking time off. And I think that's what, when we take mental breaks and we take time to go on vacations and we take time, take our kids to the movies in the middle of the day or whatever you want to do, it's those times that you're really sharpening the saw, especially if you're not worried about work. So if you're taking that time off, but your mind is constantly and worrying about things that haven't been done, things that need to be done, that kind of thing, then you're really not sharpening that saw, and you're still leaning towards burnout at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. So you want to make sure that you're taking the time off that you need.
Yeah, that brings us to another point. I think when you step out and you get that first person on your team and you're no longer a solopreneur, you actually have support, you start to think about your business differently, and you start thinking about it in a much larger scale. So I cannot say, trust me, our business is not perfect, because we're not perfect, getting all the little bits and pieces right. But what happens is we started thinking about our life in a bigger picture kind of way. So in other words, if we know when we're going to be traveling or having vacation, we're trying to plan our months in that quarter around that, so that we're not taking time off when we're really in overdrive trying to get something big accomplished, and that we're not, so that we have the ability to unwind and really enjoy it, and that we're not pushing ourselves all the time to be up against big deadlines and big projects. And that makes it easy for us to, our business growth, continue to scale, and also not burn ourselves out. But one of the things we're going to try to do a better job of next year is planning vacations and our vacation time while we're putting together a big project. So I wanted to give some other examples about how marketing virtual assistants can change your life. So sometimes you get into the place where you're just used to having team members, or you're used to having support, that you forget what it's like when you don't. And so when we really first started helping our clients bring on marketing virtual assistants and training them and helping them with that, the things that we heard that were just so amazing were things like, I never knew how isolated I felt in my business, or I finally feel like a real business owner, or I absolutely love having someone to collaborate with and bounce ideas off of. You know, so these are things that, so it's not just about getting the work done. It has a lot to do with how we feel. And when you think about manifesting what you want in life, a lot of that has to do with our vibration and how we feel about things. What is it to be have? By taking the initiative to bring a team member on and working collaboratively to get things done, you're ultimately going to have more of what you want in your life, which is both money and time. And that's where I think it really changes your life. Some other things that we really, I think have been amazing were things like, now that you have someone doing all the editing and all the social posting and all that, I have just come up with so many more amazing ideas for video content. Or we've heard clients that say, all of a sudden my business kind of took a different direction because I decided I wanted to start creating these actual products to put on Amazon and on Etsy. So sometimes what happens is when you get the support and the help that you need, your business ends up not only scaling and getting larger, but it often takes off in a little bit of different directions because you have more of that creative energy and that time to really think about what products or services could serve your customers, could really help you make a difference in the world.
Yeah, you can kind of look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the time you're focusing on, oh, I got to get this done today. I've got deadlines. And that reminds me of when you have someone working with you, it holds you more accountable to what you want to get done. Because sometimes, especially with marketing, it doesn't typically have a hard and fast deadline unless launch. So things can just get pushed and pushed. But if you have someone working with you and you say, I'll get you this information today or tomorrow, you now have somebody waiting for that information.
I think there's a lot of psychology, a lot of things that change mentally when you get help. Because again, everybody wants to scale their business and make more money. And obviously everybody wants to have more time and more time freedom. But I think what you don't realize that comes along with it is the feelings of it. I keep going back to the feelings of it, which is crazy because I'm not a feeling person. Almost everything I'm very analytical. So it comes from a very thinking mind, but more of a feeling thing of just feeling more confident, feeling more creative, feeling more relaxed, enjoying your free time, being able to think about how you can really help your clients even more than you are, being able to show up so your clients just feeling 100% charged. And there's also, I guess, the feeling of pride.
Yeah.
So again, it really pays off. Like marketing is something you cannot afford not to do. And it really amazes me because with the culture that we live in, we're being marketed to 24/7. So I always go back to McDonald's. We all know what McDonald's sells. Why is McDonald's still marketing? Why do I still see billboards? Why are they still sending me coupons? Why do I still hear them on radio commercials? Why are they on TV commercials? Why do I see them doing placements in TV shows? So why are they spending millions and millions of dollars to advertise something that almost all of us know exactly what it is? And that's because if you don't stay top of mind and you don't stay in front of someone, they will forget you. And that doesn't matter. You can be as big as McDonald's, but I can promise you, if McDonald's just stopped today with the billboards, with the ads, the coupons, the radio, if they stop with all of those things, I can guarantee you their next quarter would not be good. Small business owners, we have this in our mind that, oh, but I don't really need that. I can just do outreach, or I can just go networking, or I can just do these other things. And you can make a lot of money out networking. Trust me, like a lot of clients are in your own backyard. But when you have that marketing in place, it's going to support your out networking. It's going to support when you're networking online because people this day and age do look you up. So by having great content and showcasing your authority makes a huge difference. And then on top of that, marketing is working for you 24/7 and bringing clients in when you're not hustling out networking in person or networking online. And so if you think about that, don't you owe it to yourself to really market your business? Markets their business. And again, when social media came on the scene, this is before Facebook even had paid ads. Okay, not paid ads weren't even a thing then. Same thing with LinkedIn. And then of course, Facebook brought in ads, and now more ads than you do actually organic posts. But again, it's still a level playing field in the sense that you running Facebook ads or TikTok ads or LinkedIn ads or YouTube ads is still affordable and within reach of most small business owners. But the problem is if you don't have your foundational marketing done, it probably doesn't make sense to take advantage of other types of marketing.
They were spending a ton of money. And at that time, small businesses just couldn't do that. And so once social media came into play, small businesses were able to reach people and they got really creative. And it's just been phenomenal to see a video and a Zoom and TikToks. And I know it can be very frustrating for a small business owner feeling like you have to expand yourself into so many places, but it's also exciting because there's so many opportunities to reach people.
And I said, obviously, most of our clients are starting their YouTube channel to build no trust, to build authority, to get their message out 24/7, to take advantage of SEO. That's why we encourage our clients to do it. But the reality is, once you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within one calendar year, YouTube starts paying you a percentage of all of those ads. And there's people out there making crazy big bucks just for their YouTube channel AdSense money. And then a lot of times those people will start maybe doing affiliate marketing where they're promoting other products or services. But yeah, so think about this. Not only are you creating content that's working 24/7 for your business and for many years to come, but eventually you get to the point where you're being paid to create that content. And I know Instagram and Facebook and TikTok, all of those are talking about paying influencers. And some of them have started doing that, paying the creators. That's a full-time income, is just creating content for YouTube and making money off those ads. I feel like for our clients, if they follow our marketing strategy, they end up getting this passive income. And YouTube's saying you need to continue creating content. But if you're creating that content for your business to promote yourself and your product or your service, then you get monetized, that really is passive income, because that wasn't your intention in the first place. Your intention is to build your brand, your business, and scale your business with YouTube.
And the other thing about that is that when you decide to use video, which is the most valuable, most interacted with, the most popular type of content on any platform, we see it on all of our platforms. Video always outperforms static images or text or anything like that. But the beautiful thing is that if you decide that video is right for you, your marketing virtual assistant can do so much of that work for you, because know what you're thinking in your mind. You're thinking, I don't want to edit a video. I don't want to have to design a thumbnail. I don't want to have to upload it. I don't want all the things that stop you because you think, oh, too much. But the beautiful thing is that a marketing virtual assistant can easily take those responsibilities off of you. And like we said earlier, they can also take a video and repurpose it on different platforms. So you are getting a ton of mileage out of just recording one video.
I want to leave you guys with this thought for today. So we talked about, like, the topic of this was how a marketing virtual assistant can change your life. But I also want to talk to you how it's going to change someone else's life, how it's going to change someone else's life halfway around the world. So when we talk about hiring in other countries like the Philippines, where the cost of living is 80% less than it is here, which is how we can afford to hire someone for less than $3 an hour, you're paying them a very fair wage. So when we talk about hiring like a full-time virtual assistant for $400 a month, or a part-time virtual assistant for $200 a month, 20 hours a week every week, or 40 hours a week every week, realize that you're changing someone else's life. And I think that's what we love, is like when we're talking to our team members and they love working with us because we don't micromanage them. 2, because they get to work from home. 3, because they generally love video editing and they love graphic design. So they're actually doing what they love doing. They're getting to get up every day and do work that they want to do, that they love doing. So when we talk with our clients about outsourcing, it's not just about how this virtual assistant can change your life. It's also about how you're changing someone else's life. And I don't know why, it just makes me really happy, especially since a lot of the people that we hire are women, the majority.
And I'll add one more thing to that. You're also changing the lives of the people that you're helping with whatever product or service that you offer. The work that is worthy of our time. There are $3 an hour tasks that you don't need to be doing, that are just keeping you from doing the tasks that are more strategic for your business.
It's working on your business, not always in your business.